Hey, what's up there? So I have no idea if there's an update or not. Um, it would actually seem I I don't I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to when updates used to come out and when they come out now and all that fun stuff. The only way that I would really know anything other than it being super public and known to anyone that is either still playing the game or just following along on the sidelines um, would be whatever it says in the game, in terms of when things are set to end, when event is that plugged in? When events are set to end, when sets are set to end, and stuff like that. Otherwise, I am basically clueless, and I'm pretty sure that if I even tried to rely on what the kind of standard practices and rules were throughout the, I guess, regular season, it wouldn't really apply anymore since there's no longer inform with primetime milestones and team of the weeks. Um, which, just as an aside, real quick, if you happen to be as terrible of a player at this game, even on the easiest of settings, as I am, hopefully, hopefully you got if you're looking to grind, if you're looking to hit the milestones under the goals and objectives or whatever it's called or whatever, and those types of things, and just completing any of the hut stuff, the objectives, as well as there's also what do they call it, the domination challenge or whatever. It's not actually, well, they probably don't call it that because they aren't actually hut challenges. They're not the 3 stars, or even some of them that only give you 1 star. It's just a single one-off for 10 divisions. I don't remember if it's 10 teams per division. And it's not, it's I think it's fine for the coins as long as you can get it done, and you don't waste all that time trying to get it and then not win the game. But considering that they're 4-minute periods, and in the end you're playing the computer at its highest level versus top tier teams, and I forget if they go 1 through 10 or 10 through 1 or whatever, but whatever the second to last one is, when you complete that, the last one, again, if it's 8 or 10, events, missions, whatever you want to call them, if you complete that one after getting the coins or whatever, then you get a gold common player. Like, what? Okay, and then if you beat the whole thing, you beat that part of the game, you get a gold pack. The things that they gave us twice a week for, what was it supposed to be? Whatever it was supposed to be, I got like 4 less than what it was supposed to be. So it's probably supposed to be like 30. and I got 26. 26 seems like a lot though. But whatever. So yeah, that's and also that's about what you should expect, or maybe a little bit. You could do a little bit better by simply just entering some form of online competitive season event and quitting however many times is required to rank, which used to be a thing. I don't know if people are still doing it, but it used to be a thing. So anyway, I feel like I feel like I walked in on someone dicing up all of the onions in the world. My eyes are having problems. I wanted to get this off at the time where it could potentially be popping. It's supposed to have happened about 15 minutes ago, if at all, today. So this is the one I'm starting on here. I think probably fair to say this is of the two that were pointed out that happened in the last 24 hours. That this was the one of those two that was, well, I don't know, more notable. So so Marcus here, shown with his highest ranking card in the game at this point, the Bruins Stanley Cup card. Pretty. Oh no, jeez, that's why I got to stop using the smaller screen here. But I was gonna say pretty solid card. I should have looked at the main 5 stat cats and seen that shooting was 88. But I thought those 8s were 9s. So I thought that it was basically like 98, 97 speed and acceleration, and 98s and 97s on shooting. It is not. It's 88s and 87s. It is a 90 though, so I don't know if they opted to give him a 99 card. Shot would probably go up, right? And then I don't care about the rest of the stats, and I'm sick of pointing that out. So I'm just not even going to talk about him. This particular card has hammer time and burner +2 for both. So let's take a quick on the other page. Prior, the way that lit up was weird. I was like, I don't have that card because this is the collection here. I've got 3 out of the 173 Bruin cards, and I'm actually a fan too. So I didn't look at this one ahead of time. This was the highest team of the week that he had picked up. 93 skate, 84 shot. So yeah, basically pretty close to linear. Big difference in synergies, as is typically the case, and these both got +2s. I feel like if I checked if this was in the market for a date issued, it would be later in the year. So 2 for Dangle Zone, 2 for Breakout Master, and everything's going to be basically the same. It's just, it's linear. It's kind of down 4 or more across the board. So this particular one, in my opinion, not exactly a barn burner. And I didn't actually look to see. That's the Marchand that I have, not the other one. Was it like a +1 difference? I didn't actually look to see what else he had. Okay, so he's got an 84 prime time as well, with fine shooting and face-off master from a winger with a 70 overall face-off stat. Yep, totally makes sense. Yep, makes a ton of sense. This one's actually 91 skate, 82 shot. whatever. Again, not a good card. And then, there's another one over there. He's got a bunch, man. So this would have been the trade deadline one that I guess didn't get a boost because he didn't get traded. Well, maybe just end up staying with the. Or is that not? Well, hold on a second. Now I have to go see if he's got a base card with them, or if he got, because the 82's right there. So many Bruins. Okay, so I didn't even bother to I didn't even bother to check on that. So he actually got traded over to the Bruins. Makes sense. I can dig it. I can follow now. So they gave him an 84 for the trade deadline. Again, whatever. Dangle Zone 1, and Clutch Player 1, and 91 skate, 82 shot. Not a good card. He's got this 84. Team of the week, coming with +2 for the beauty. If anyone did bother to pay attention to any of the previous 5 broadcasts, I did actually eventually figure out the difference between the beauty and the beast. And I don't mean the stupid Disney crap. I mean the synergies. And I actually tried to activate this one, TB, which I was calling tuberculosis, so I thought that was funnier. Funnier? More funny. Funny? I don't know. Whatever. And that did not work out so well. In my first ever, I don't think I'm going to play more than the 5 that were required for the rank, because I'm not good. I did get a dub, but that was I don't know what it was. It could have been a DC, but it seemed like it was a forced quit on their end immediately. So that gave me a 3-0, and it's not goals or points or whatever anymore. It's just straight wins, I guess, is what I read. It's season 42, and it's the first one I've ever played in. The first one I've ever qualified for. I don't know what you had to do to qualify for the very first one. If it's what there's if 19 was like what they're saying 20 is going to be, then I should have been able to qualify for the very first one based off of my $100 pre-order. But I don't know, because I didn't even know that part of the game even existed, and I wasn't really looking to do much online. I'm still super wet behind the ears, but I was even more naive at that point, so I didn't no clue what the deal was. Point being, though, 2 for the beauty, and 2 for speedster, and then still 91 skate, 82 shot. So it's just not a good card. Let's see if we're missing any here for him. 84, he should have the 82. Team of the week. I mean, he wouldn't make. I don't know. I'm gonna click on this now to figure out. It doesn't. How do you get that many upgrades? If you were traded at the deadline. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, this one's 2 for speed, and just a 1 for DW, defensive warrior. So that would have been early then, I guess. That was before they made the switch. I thought they made it so they were going to go back and how's my water? I thought they were going to go back and retro that stuff. I guess not. I guess I should pay more attention to the couple of team of the weeks that I still have, because they're untradeable and they're better than 82, so I don't feel the need to get rid of them. I had a silver one. Or was it silver? No, gold. I probably had a silver at some point. And then I had a gold common one. No idea what the hell I did with it. Don't know if I have it or not. Skate 89, shot 80. I mean, it just, the point is it's going to get worse. You know, you're going to take 2 off and then that's where you're going to be. So he does not have an 80 on this team. Yeah, so alright, I guess I will go and look them up. Gotta be honest, and I did actually follow, I thought I followed certain teams, Bruins being a big one. Quite a bit. That was probably not what I wanted. Okay, so oh jeez. That is kind of an interesting fact. Just happens to have been, well, it was exactly two years ago. Now we're into the next day. I haven't slept though, so I'm still running on July 5th fumes here. But on July 5th, 2017, I guess the Devils announced that Johansson would become the second player in team's history to wear a number in the 90 to 99 range after he chose to wear number 90 on his uniform. Okay, so yeah, he did start. Makes a bunch of sense. He did start at the deadline too, so that's a lot of info. He must have played much better than I was paying attention to after the trade deadline. I don't know. I guess I paid more attention to early season, first half, and up to the All-Star game for sure. Watched all that, and then tuned out a little bit just before the playoffs and the Cup run. For what I believe to be solid, good reasons, but whatever. So Devils. Actually, you know what? I think maybe not. Yeah, I either, I don't know. I feel like I had that card, some form or fashion. I don't know. That's an 82, 89 skate, 80 shot, 1 point for speedster. It was a global Sweden thingamajob. The hell is that? So did whatever the hell the awards things were, they all started at 80, and then you boost up based off of awards you picked up, and he didn't get any. And I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say the hell. I wouldn't say no one has the card, but I would say no one is no one has it on offer at the moment. All right, so here's the base card. I've had this a bunch too. I don't know why it wasn't. That's why it wasn't clicking with me, because I. No offense, but I just don't care about the Devils. And the card was never any good. I mean, it's an 80 overall. It's a guarantee re-roll for me. So, and it has been since like day one. So 87 skate, 78 shot, and all the rest of the stuff is just as bad as usual. Comes with 1 for call the shot, which would have made a difference super early on, I guess, but I still would have never played him on my team. So he should, if he has anything, it should be it should be for the Sabres. But instead of going from here, I'm gonna click back out and see if they changed this. Nope, no changes. So I don't know, maybe not enough to go on. I only know of the basically 2 or 3 signings in the last day, and I don't know how often they were doing this. It just looks like, I mean, they've got like 100 people listed, so there've obviously been lots of signings since this began. So that's the same, so no changes there. And yeah, this is the same. So I guess no update. So I would think that that young Marcus would get a free agency card. I mean, I would also assume that he doesn't have one already. Just so many signings by the Sabres. I mean, he's not going to be. He's not going to be less than an 80. That'd be silly. So yeah, that's not out. It is not out. So the other one that I was thinking might be out. Jeez, sorry. Will also not be there. Wanted to make sure that I got this one correct as well, and that would be the Canadians picking up Nick Cousins, finding his way out of Arizona eventually. So, I mean, it's whatever. What? Guess that's not a high priority, huh? Didn't even make it as a gold rare. So yeah, I guess that wouldn't really count then. There you go. Wouldn't really count as a big one. More of the beauty. I feel like the game's trolling me at this point. 86 skate, 73 shot. 73, get out of here, 73 shot. And a center who has a 62 face stat on faceoffs. And that, again, is on a 76 overall card. So even if Nick Cousins, having been having been signed as a free agent over to the Canadians, if I don't know why they would do this. I don't know how they're determining, who's getting what rankings on the free agency cards. I mean, some of them seem kind of obvious, like Panarin. Yeah, and others. But even if he gave this a 99 and it was linear, his face-offs are negative 14 from the overall. So he would still be he'd still be an 85 face-off stat as a center. So you would just not, even if it was a 99 overall card, in which case his skating would be maxed, and his shots would be pretty close to max as well, and a lot of the rest of the stats pretty close to max, and going to be in the kind of upper 90s, and could get a boost. And then they could do the same thing that they did with Duchesne and Austin Matthews and others, and giving them face-off boosts for their various 99 cards, and whatevs. It makes sense. I don't know. To me, it seems like the 4 Ps. Don't take this too derogatorily. It's not a word, I don't think. Vancouver, but it's referred to in development as piss poor prior planning. Just the fact that there were about 2 or 3 base current not even just current NHL, just current players in general, because they could be in other leagues as well. But then they likely would not have had a gold rare if they weren't in the premier NHL league. But still, the fact that there were like 2, 3 maybe current centers that had halfway decent face-off stats, and then people gave me particularly and specifically, I saw it happen to a bunch of other people as well. People love to give others crap whenever they've said anything about face-offs, and wanting the face-off stat to be higher for a specific player or overall for centers, and having to put all these centers out on the wings and getting what's supposed to be pretty boss monthly legends that initially were going to be all centers. And I don't know if did they end up sticking to that, because Hull would have been the first departure from that, right? But then that got all screwy. So I don't know, because they're not really doing. There's no more new monthly legends. It's just legend upgrades at this point, which is fine. But yeah, having to toss all of those guys out on the wings because they couldn't take faceoffs. But once you got like Messier up there at 96, had a better faceoff stat. And now at this point in the game, it doesn't even matter, because they've tweaked things so much, and it's whatever it is. I've said it before in previous broadcasts this week. My 99 Sakic, my 99 Duchesne, and then I don't remember if I've even tried to take a face-off with Austin Matthews, because typically I just have him on the front line on the right with whomever. Initially it was Sakic, and then I switched it to Duchesne. trying to win faceoffs against computer level pro and up, which is nothing. I mean, it's rookie, semi-pro, pro. I guess there's not an amateur one like there is in a lot of EA games and a lot of other sports sims that I can think of. So it's not. I mean, the third level should not be that difficult. And I think I've pretty much yet to win a face-off. I might have been able to win some in the offensive third under kind of specific circumstances, but that's about it. The start of every period, every single time, it's like I don't even want to bother. And I get it that people are like, well, you just have to get better at face-offs, but that's kind of more so for when you're playing against other players. And then even then, you talk to the top players, if they're being honest, most of them are, they admit that it's essentially Rochambeau. It's rock, paper, scissors. So you just pick which one of the three you're going to throw, and you hope that your rock beats scissors. That's about it. So when people are like, well, you got to get better at the face-offs, I don't know. I gave up caring about it about 8 or 9 months ago, I think. And I'll still talk about it. It still annoys me. I feel like if you get a 99, this 99 in basically everything, including face-offs, they should probably be capable of beating a subpar, lower tier team first line center at the start of each of the 3 periods and potentially overtime. And it's not happening for me. So I don't know. Maybe I got to go back in and pay more attention to the Rochambeau crap and all that stuff. But it's no point really at this point, I don't think. So this is again, this is the only other one that I was aware of. Nick Cousins going from Arizona to Montreal. This was his base gold, and it looked like I didn't see when I went through this before. I didn't see him at all, so I don't think that he had any inform during the year, and he was with them. He was with them the whole year. So whatever. I'll go over to Montreal now, but it's not gonna be there. It's a bit curious with this card. You know what I mean? Like, why not just go all the way? You know what I mean? Like, just make them all 99s. They can sell for whatever the max is, 2.5 million coins. As you can see, I'm very, very close to 2.5 million coins at the moment. Five each for Burner, the Beauty, for the Boys, Bruiser, and It's a Trap. Unless I did this before also, unless that T is for the one-timer efficiency, but I feel like that's supposed to say 1T as opposed to just T. T should be it's a trap. So I mean, let's see more. Yeah, those are all team-based synergies as opposed to player-based. And you got to get 10 of any of those to activate them. So basically, if you had this card and another card that had the same synergies, you'd only need those 2 cards, and you'd be activating 5 team-based synergies. Pretty goddamn badass. on top of the fact that the card is just boss anyways. 99s on skate. They're giving a 94 on shot, and that's just because the accuracy is 90, and that's yeah, I guess a bit disappointing. And then 99, 98, 99, and the rest of the stuff that I don't care about. Can't fight apparently for 6'2", 190 out of Finland. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so well, that makes sense. Well, not a ton of sense, I guess. The 90 was an 84 shot. Accuracy, yeah, it was 80. That makes sense. And the power was 89. Technically, it should have been 98 and 89. So I'll give him that. That's fine. I don't even. Yeah, I mean his free agent card should not be like an 80. So yeah, he's just not. He doesn't have it yet. It'll come out whenever the hell they come out. I don't know. I love all the Hut Rookies cards. Charles Hudon, Casey Middlestat. Who else? Not Darlene. Darlene got himself some upgrades, clearly. Bunch of 99s at this point. But Hudon and Middlestat and I think like one other one that I don't know or care about got stuck in limbo where their Evos are 78s, their rookies are 80s, and their so there's the Evo and there's the regular card that it's based off of. And that's it, man. There's no bueno. You could pick this thing up for $6K? No. Okay. People want more at the moment. That's fine. Yeah, so this is not here. So I'm just going with we do not have any form of upgrade today. I don't know why it took 40 minutes to point that out. Seems kind of stupid. And I wasn't anywhere, well, I mean, that was 40 minutes ago, but I wasn't anywhere close to even being able to do any trade-ins on my timers. And I'm nowhere close to my 8-hour either. So I don't know, maybe I should sleep or something. Yeah, it's all the same. So nothing for today. I don't know, like, I don't know what they're doing. Let's look at dates, I guess, here. If I'll get closer and actually see. So the Medano is only going to go to the 19th. I guess this group, these ones just, this was yesterday or two days. My days gone together at this point. This was like 2 days ago. With the Varlamov at 95 that did not bump the Evo in ways in which I'm still looking for an answer for, because as I go through the rest of the list, you'll see ones that did, including the 95 Spezza. All It's got shit randomly falling all over the place. I don't even know what it is. So that one says until the 12th. It's coming up. Independence Day Freedom Choice set, which I don't know. If you already have a different 99 cane or even an intention to, I guess maybe you wouldn't go with that. It's one of those 6. Just take your pick. Yeah, I'm not really sure why you would go with a 97. Even though I don't know, the other ones do have different 99s that you could have. That's only until actually I can't. Fuck this. I'm gonna take the small screen off so I can actually read. Blind as a bat. Okay, so that is an 8. I mean, it would be nice, in my opinion, if text was done a little differently. You know, coloration and not having a number be potentially a 0, a 6, an 8, a 9, a B. If you're going to toss a 9er into your. Anyways, yeah, so that goes until the 8th, which is in a couple days from now. As does this one, which has been pulled, not by me. And these are until the 12th. Also until the 12th. Is the free agency thing's not. I don't know. So there's a Spezza 95. Okay, I'll call myself out on this one for who I am. So I'm a subscriber to Thrash 94 Gaming's channel, and it seems like he's kind of the only one still doing NHL19 stuff regularly. And he made a joke within the last week about Sekera getting a 99, and I just happened to be going back through very early broadcasts that I'd done, and I actually said when I pulled it, I was doing a pack opening, and I got the base gold rare Sekera, which I think is an 80 overall, maybe slightly higher, maybe like an 81, 82, probably just an 80. And I literally said at that time, made a joke, and it's whatever. I'll maybe get a clip and toss it on and make sure that the timestamp is on there, because that was October 8th is when I pulled that. And I was kind of joking about how, like, remember back in the day when you'd get a player like that who's an 80 overall, and through the course of the season they'd be able to upgrade, and by the end of the year they find themselves with a 99. And I was literally talking about Sekera. Now you could be like, okay, there's 7 pages of 99s here, but I'm only pointing that out because that was the one that was called out by Thrash, that I think he was feeling as though 99 was pretty generous there. Is what it is. Oh, and those are also listing as till the 12th. Then obviously the monthly reward is going to go until the 1st of August. So free agency sets. I guess that must be the deal. Yeah, okay, so the Independence Day, and then 1 of 2 of 99 overall. Oh, that's right. I was trying to do this. It didn't work out so well for me. Should not have spent my coins on other crap that didn't get me that. Well, I think I did get one. I got 1, and then I spent like 40, so it's about even. But I was gonna try to do that. Apparently, I have a week to try to get that, and 7 days on top of that to do Madonna if I wanted to try to shoot for that, and less for Al McInnes. Problem is, I don't have enough shots on goal or goals scored, whichever one. Gonna be shots on goal. So I don't have Legend McInnes at the moment, so it wouldn't make much of a difference for me. So they gotta be doing something, right? I mean, this one's gonna go for 12 days, but that's, I don't know. So all of this stuff in here, the Sakic that I already did, and the rest of this should get replaced by something else, I feel like. But I think the event was, yeah, the event was supposed to go for another 5 days as well. Yeah, I'm just double checking to make sure these are all 25 days left. Well, 26. Okay, and have I talked long enough to open up any trade-ins yet? Not the worthwhile ones. I assumed wrong, but I assumed they would have already been filled. Oh, because I pulled. Yeah, I pulled. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, 90 minutes. I'll come back and do another one in another 90 minutes then. Just for those that are curious, though, get that silver rare out of the way. You might say to yourself, 71 overall, doesn't seem like that great of a player. Hey now, that was the ranking of Jordan Binnington beginning of the year. You're calling him a 99 now. But yeah, that Spencer, he did not boost up like that. I got nothing. Sorry, that was so boring. So stupid. So how long did we take here? Do an hour? 50 minutes. Okay. Well, that's going to be it, kids. Peace out. Another stupid one for me.